Hey guys, it's Miss Crystal, and I'm gonna talk to you about some books again. So I have 4 books lined up. Today is nonfiction because everyone needs to learn more. And I have like 2 middle grade and then 2 high school, just like usual. I'm gonna start with my middle grade and we're gonna move on from there because I'm trying to be fair. Okay, so these 2, it's important to keep in mind they are both adaptions from nonfiction novels for adults. So these are like same title and everything, you know, but like it's for kids. Okay, so The Race of the Century, the battle to break the 4-minute mile. So I think this is fun because it's like common knowledge that what you're supposed to run in most instances is a 4-minute mile, or 5-minute mile is, I think, what you agreed on at school. And at the time that the 4-minute mile is trying to be broken, researchers believed, this was like 1950, when was that? Yeah, 1952. Researchers believed that it was impossible. Like they were like, you can't break that. You can't be doing a 4-minute mile. It's impossible for human foot speed. And so 3 Olympians set out to basically prove them wrong. And this is about the story of that and how that came to be and like all this other research. And it's really cool. It's really uplifting and moving. And if you're interested in sports and like sports biographies, go for it. Okay. The Sun Does Shine. So yeah, just to reiterate, these are adaptions from adult nonfiction books that have been adapted for younger audiences. So if you're looking and you're like, The Sun Does Shine, and then it comes up as like an adult book, there's also a children's version of this, and this is it. Okay, so here we go. It's written by Anthony Ray Hinton and also Laura Hardin, I think. But it's about Anthony Hinton because he was arrested in 1985 at the age of 29 and charged with 2 counts of capital murder. But he knew that like he was innocent and that it had to be a case of like mistaken identity, and racism had a part to play in this. And so for the first couple of years, he says that of his incarceration, he was, devoutly holding on to his innocence while also being very angry about the situation that he was in, rightfully so. But then he kind of opened up, realized that like, this is where I'm at. And he became this like super uplifting guy that like everyone knew in prison and was inspired by. So for the next like 27 years, he was there on death row, just like living life and like trying to get the most out of it. And then he was finally released and like, what was it? Yeah, he's able to win his freedom in 2015. So yeah, if you want to know more about that story, you need something uplifting to read, this could be it. Okay. This is a fun one. So I'm moving on to my high schoolers, okay? So this is a fun one, Likeability, the truth about popularity. So I think this is interesting because we live in a society right now where like normal people can really become like these social media influencers, can become like mini celebrities in a sense, gaining popularity and by being likable in some way. And so this kind of breaks down that, and it kind of breaks down like, why do you chase that? Why do people, want that so badly? How do you attain that? And is it important? Is it not important? So I think that's interesting. I think likability as a concept is always like really interesting, especially for teenagers. Okay, Devotion. So this one is about these 2 guys, Tom Hudney and Jesse Brown. They were naval pilots during the Korean War. And so one is black, one is white, and they come from vastly different backgrounds on top of that. And so when they were put in the same platoon together, tension was high, but they ended up having this really great friendship. And they go out on a mission to save a bunch of their comrades, and then all hell breaks loose. And they're forced to make a really tough decision. And so like, that's where I'm gonna leave you. I want you to read the rest of the book. Okay. yeah, I think that's it for me. Hopefully you found some of those stories intriguing. Nothing is more intriguing than the truth, I find. And yeah, see you later. Bye.